Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and it's time for our December 11th Real Estate Talk with Beth, where today we're going to talk on how you can manipulate or save money in the long run. You could save money on the purchase price maybe. You could save money, but you'll definitely save money on your monthly payment.
That's the important thing here, and
it's creative.
It's negotiating too.
Yes.
It's how you get in there and negotiate. So you ready? Okay.
Let's get it.
Save big on your mortgage. I am not a mortgage lender. I'm going to say that right now, but I did talk with Stephanie Johnston, who's a Bolivar Live team member, and she talked me through this. So we'll get to that. So this is brought to you by us. There's Stephanie there.
Yep.
So if you have questions about this, you can contact me. I can send you her information. She's very knowledgeable.
And this is good for buyers and sellers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this could benefit everyone.
I sent it to a lot of sellers yesterday, and they were like, oh, yes, we want to do this. So
yeah.
It's a great form of negotiating. So here we go. Introduction. So rate buy downs. We've been doing rate buy downs for years, but what it does, it allows the homeowner to secure a lower interest rate and thus making your interest payment lower. I mean, your mortgage payment lower every month.
Right.
And you'll see at the end that it is significant. There's significant savings.
But especially if someone went a 30-year note.
Yeah.
It's going to be big savings.
I didn't even figure that. But you can do that in your head.
Just your monthly savings, it's enough to maybe give you an extra trip down here, I told you last night when we were talking on the phone, I said, man, that's an air conditioning unit.
Right. It's a new pair of shoes,
if you were in a vacation rental.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say you're going to buy your dream beach home down here in Crystal Beach. We just talked about last week, the average sales price is hovering right around that $500,000 mark. So I used that number. Okay. So when you are doing a mortgage, you're going to go and try to negotiate that sales price. And let's say you negotiated it for $25,000 down. You said, Mr. Seller, I'm making you offer $25,000 down.
No.
So, yeah, so that
off
means
the house of the price.
Off the sales price, right. So when you do your mortgage, typically it's 25% down that you're putting. That number is the $118,750. So you're financing the $356,250. Okay? So your principal and interest there is $2488.51. You don't have to remember that because we're going to come back to that number. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you got that $2488 with a $475 sales price.
Right.
Okay. A seller paid rate buy down. So your sales price with Mr. Seller is still $500,000 because that's what he was asking. So that stays the same. You still have to do that 25% down, which is $125. You're financing $375, so not that much difference. Look, 25% down is $118,750, so your out-of-pocket expense is not that much different at $500,000 at 25%. That's why I put the very little difference. Okay. So the seller paid rate buy down with a reduced interest rate. The monthly payment is reduced for the life of the loan to $22. Oh no, that's not right. Your principal and interest is $22.18.
Right.
That slide should be next. There it is. Let's make it simple. There's the difference: $24.88 to $22.18.
But buying down it could be the homeowner. They decided the home seller decided, I'll give you 25,000 off, and then the homeowner, so they got that down 25,000. The buyer could then go in and say,
buyer,
I want to go ahead and buy down at whatever the cost is. It could be 10, 15,000. I want to buy down 1 point.
I think that's a great move if you're going to be in that house for a long time. If you're not planning on being in there more than 3 to 5 years, which is the average, I don't think that's the best use of your money.
Okay.
Because I think you could do, you're selling that $25,000 off later on. It's, you know, I've done it. I know. I don't think that's the best use of your money.
So on this,
Unless you can get the
is,
seller to pay it for you.
yeah, this is something then, and that's part of the negotiating.
Right.
Is instead of saying, I want you to come down 25,000, they can find out what it costs to get down 1.5 points.
Right.
And then they could say, and if it was 20,000 or 25,000 or 10,000, whatever that price, they could ask the seller, we want you to buy down 1.5 points. And
right.
And there's some builders, I think earlier this year, wasn't there a builder doing like a 0.5 point or something?
I think the villas were doing that.
Yes.
I'm not sure. And
Someone was
most
doing-
builders that I've talked to will do that. And, you know, I sent the builders I work with yesterday these slides, and they were like, heck yes. So I think, you know, the difference between the money out of your pocket was about $7,000 from the 25% down on a $500,000 to the 25% down on the $475,000. If you were to buy down that rate again, that's more money out of your pocket. And if you're not going to be in there for that long,
Right.
I just don't know if that's worth it. So.
I didn't know if from a business standpoint, as an investment property, if going ahead and getting that so that it would cash flow.
Well, heck, if you're looking at just cash flow numbers, that number does make a difference.
Yeah, that way, because you're always going to have some months that are heavier than others,
Right.
but at the end of the year, you've got to look at your cash flow.
That's why this is important, the
Yeah.
whole cash flow situation. If that's what's driving you is your, you know, some people are on fixed incomes, and
Right.
that monthly payment has to be at a certain rate. This is something they can do to buy
And
that
this could
down.
actually get people into a home.
Oh, yeah.
to
This
where-
could help their financing.
Yeah, this would
Their
help
approval.
getting approved for their financing. So, okay.
Okay, so the bottom line. The monthly savings for a $500,000 house with the buy down is $270.
$270 a month, and that doesn't sound like much just by the month.
Right.
But
Let's do it
when-
for 12 months.
yeah, for 12 months, you're looking at $3,000.
Yeah.
You know, and that's when I said, well, that's an air conditioning unit.
Sure.
You know,
And
either
you do
inside
that
or
for the
outside.
life of the loan.
Yeah, if you did it for 15 years at $3,000, figure it up. And
That's
I mean,
a lot
that's
of
a lot
money.
of savings.
Yeah, so, you know, that's something that you need to consider when you're purchasing and you're just looking at that monthly payment. Okay, Mr. Seller. And a lot of builders, they don't want to bring that price down because of comps.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the big builders are doing it right now. The D.R. Hortons and all that. They're buying down those interest rates so they can keep their comps high.
That's right.
So a lot of builders want to do the same thing. This is a great negotiating tool. That's something that we can use with a lot of the people that I work with. And if you have questions on this, well, I'm not there yet.
One more.
So the key factors takeaway, which we probably just talked about, the builders are more favorable to the buy down. The buyers do not have to refinance later. And everybody is talking about this refinance.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever tried to refinance? It's not
Yeah.
that easy, folks. It's like a full-time
Well,
job.
it could get you that refinance rate now. You know,
It
if
could
it
get
came
you the
down.
refinance right
Yeah.
now, so you don't
And
have
so
to worry about it.
We've been talking about how to save money and how you can get the best deal. This is part of that,
Yeah,
especially for someone using it as their second home.
right. So, and the best of all, the monthly savings
Mm-hmm.
are for the life of the loan. It's not for a short term. Now, there are some deals, and I'm going to click here, that Stephanie can talk to you about, like the 3-2-1 buy down. And I think, don't quote me on this, I would say talk to Stephanie about this, is where you buy it down for a certain rate, and it's a really low rate for the first year. And then the second year, it escalates a little bit. And then the third year, it escalates a little bit more. And then you have the option of doing the refinance.
Refinance.
Yeah, which she's getting rates down below 5% on a
Yeah.
3-2-1, which I think is incredible. Stephanie is definitely the person to talk to about that.
Yeah. So, well,
There I am.
there she is. we're winding down December. Actually, we're winding down 2024. Got a couple weeks left. Today's, I think, the 11th. So, want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
In case I forget in one of the other shows, it's been a great year down here on Bolivar. Look forward to 2024. We'll be back. We are going to continue our shows through the end of the year and into 2024. Even Christmas morning, we've got a show scheduled. So we're going to head on out.
Wait a minute. Let's talk about the 12 Days of Christmas.
12 Days of Christmas. I forgot.
Oh, yeah. We kicked it off yesterday. We had a lucky winner. So stay tuned. Go to my social media pages, 110 Realty Group. And
you could win.
You could win, y'all. And we are supporting those local communities. We're getting the gift certificates from these guys down here that support the Peninsula year-round. And we want to say thank you to them.
Right, everything in the 12 Days of Christmas, there were no donations asked for. Everything was purchased and given away to you to help support the businesses down here. Because they do a lot down here.
They do, and come see them. They're great people down here, and we just appreciate everything they do.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to head on out. Remember, you can see Bolivar Live on Bolivar Live TV on YouTube, Roku and Amazon Fire, and on Bolivar Live TV on our website, plus our social media channels. 110 Realty Group, Real Estate Talk with Beth is every Monday at 10:30. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. 110 Realty Group on Bolivar Peninsula, located in Crystal Beach, Texas, believes finding the perfect home or property is a necessity for every client. That it's crucial to provide relevant, up-to-date information on the market, properties, and homes for sale to each and every seller or buyer. Keeping up with the market in today's world is how 110 Realty Group exceeds expectations for their clients. 110 Realty Group in Crystal Beach, Texas are your real estate sales professionals, both in beach home sales and property sales. Finding the perfect custom home on Bolivar Peninsula is a specialty of Beth Terminella and Leslie Armstrong. Keeping up with the daily changes and available homes, properties, and the changing market makes 110 Realty Group the choice for several custom builders for spec homes and investors looking for short-term rentals, along with home buyers looking for that perfect beach house for their family. 110 Realty Group for all your real estate needs on Bolivar Peninsula, in Galveston County, and across Texas.